What's up, guys? We are back. Fitness Profit Multiplier, Anthony and Jimmy. Today, we're going to be giving you the 3 keys to better market your gym. Everybody gets confused when it comes to marketing. How do I market my gym? What's the best way to get clients in the door? So we're going to lay out the 3 best keys to learning about marketing. And for those of you who are new listening to this, welcome. This is for gym owners, by gym owners. Jimmy and I both own gyms. So we're going to be giving you our 3 best marketing practices to grow your gym. So let's start out with the first one. And it's funny because 2 of the keys kind of, they kind of like opposite of each other, but there's a reason for it. So first key is going to be having patience. Growing your gym to a 7-figure run rate is not going to be something that happens overnight. Unfortunately, you could do all the Excel spreadsheet math you want. Your gym is not going to get there overnight. It does take time. So you got to have good patience. I mean, I've had my facilities now probably about 6 or 7 years at this point, to get to the level that I'm at now. So it's not something that happens in 1 year. Jimmy, how long have you been in business total?
8 years. Just 8 years now. It was just last month, 8 years. Yeah. So, and we kind of hit that rate. I think it was halfway or so through last year where we were actually kind of hitting that, maybe a little bit earlier than that, hitting that 7-figure rate. So really a lot of the guys that are in that 7-figure run rate are somewhere in the, maybe some guys can do it in 5, but we really look at this 6 to 8 year range where a lot of these guys are before they make it there in the small group training space. If they're not, some franchise or some whatever else, a lot of these guys aren't even going past 50. A lot of the gurus and the guys out there that tell you how to run gyms never got their gym past 50K a month. So think about those things when you're hiring somebody to help you, because some guys may know how to operate gyms, but only to a certain revenue level. So, but 6 to 8 years is probably what it takes, really.
And that's 6 to 8 years of consistently grinding, consistently doing the work on a daily basis, just kind of repeating it over and over and over and over. But this is the things that really will get you there. So that's why I wanted to cover that one as the first one, is having patience, because this is not something you could do in a year. I mean, some people will argue that they can. I'm sure there are some anomalies out there that probably can, but for majority of the people, it's going to take a lot of trials and tribulations. You're going to have mess ups along the way. That's the thing. You're going to have mess ups along the way. You're going to have mistakes that you make. You're going to hire bad. You're going to do all these different things. You're going to have all these things happen, but you have to have patience to persevere that and continue going forward, because it's so worth it once you get to that level that me and Jimmy are at, which is, we lay this out in our book, The Stages of a Gym Owner. And that's one of the things that we talk about there. But that's the first key, is when it comes to especially your marketing too, you got to have the patience in the background of something's beeping. Do you hear that? Something's beeping on my end. I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, on your end?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Something beeping. Hey, anyway.
No, I just have people making grinding coffee upstairs. So hopefully you can't hear
what the hell's beeping? So, but when it comes to your marketing, so specifically, you got to have patience. You got to run the ads, you got to test these things, and you got to constantly be tweaking and testing and finding out, okay, this worked, this didn't work. You got to have patience, so having patience in your business, but also having patience with your marketing stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's such a good point. It's patience with your business growth, patience with your marketing. Sometimes you have to test a bunch of different stuff with your marketing. So it becomes somewhat tedious and somewhat challenging to create an ad or create a marketing campaign, whether it's a mailer or an internal challenge or something for your gym to generate more business, and just allow that thing to run and have the patience to just allow it to run and see what happens, even if it's not performing that well off the get. You kind of just have to let it run and have the patience to just let that thing run over time, which is sometimes hard, and we get that, but it's part of the game.
That's it. So key number 2 is going to be, which again, like I said, so opposite of this one, speed. So you need to have patience with your marketing, but you also need to have speed with your marketing. So what does that mean? What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about 1, speed to lead. So how fast you actually get to the leads. That's very, very important. So you can't have patience when it comes to that. When a lead opts in, you got to get to them right away. And you increase your chances when you get to them by getting to them right away of converting them into a member in your gym. Because remember, we don't want leads. We want members. So in order to get members, you got to have speed. But the other thing that I want to talk about a little bit with marketing and speed is speed of implementation. Don't sit there and have patience putting out a marketing thing, right? Let's say you're doing digital advertising and you want to put out an ad on Facebook. Don't spend weeks on the image. Slap something together and get it up there. Speed, implement it, put it out there, start getting leads, and then tweak it every week. Then you have patience because then you go in, then you tweak it, you learn what's going on, but you got to have something out there. So put it out there first and then start, tweaking it. But the speed I'm really referring to is those 2 things. Don't take too long to start a marketing campaign, and don't take too long when it comes to getting in touch with your leads.
Yeah. Let it ride, get it up there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously you're not going to throw random BS up there, but it doesn't have to be so perfect that you craft this amazing message and amazing offer and all these things that other gurus might tell you are the keys to success in digital advertising is, you have to have the best offer and the best creative and the best copy and all this stuff. And it's like half the time the lead doesn't even know what the offer is that you're offering them when you call them on the phone. They don't remember.
It's like way more than half the people don't remember. It's probably like 75% of the people, maybe even 90.
They have no idea what the offer was. They have no idea what the messaging was. It doesn't register in their head. So if you have some messaging that the key is to resonate with the individual in some sort of way and get the click. So it doesn't have to be this crazy crafted offer that is, if we do this, they get this free, but then, a 2-for-1 deal and then a this and a that deal and all this stuff. It's like, no, it's like, we have a program. Would you like to sign up for it? We see results for people that are the target market that you have. You have some social proof and then that's it. Right. And it's up there. So don't overthink it. That's where speed comes in, marketing wise. Don't overthink it.
Yeah. And the last key when it comes to actually having good marketing is going to be consistency. You got to show up. You got to be there. It's funny because I hear this all the time now. I never really thought of it. People talk about, marketing and you got to kind of be everywhere, right? But it's such a cool thing when it actually happens. I put out a lot of marketing content, whether it's through digital advertising, organically, social media, all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff. We do mailers. So people, once they get into our ecosphere, they really do see us everywhere. You could find us on YouTube. So if you go on our website and then leave our website, you're going to find us on YouTube. You're going to find us on Facebook. You're going to get tagged by all these things. That's called being omnipresent, being everywhere. So yesterday I had met someone the first time, not in the gym, outside of the gym atmosphere. And he's like, I've seen you before. I see your videos on YouTube and now you pop up on my Facebook. So it's like being everywhere and being consistent with your marketing and consistently doing it day in and day out, because all these 3 keys go together, right? You have to have patience too, because the patience is important, because even though sometimes you might not get an immediate return from your marketing, you got to have the patience to persevere, because the more consistent you show up, the more you kind of register in people's minds. Hey, what is that guy doing over there? Hey, I constantly see this guy's stuff. Hey, who is this guy? What is he doing? What's his program like? And that consistency of showing up kind of reminds them, a lot of people who join our facility too, they always say, oh, I always drive by, and they always wonder about it. I always drive by, I see it when I drive by. So, but it's the consistent drive, and it's a constant reminder to them. So if you're showing up consistently in their feeds, like I said, on their YouTube, in their email, in their mailbox, it's a lot of different ways. And they start to recognize, okay, I saw AB Fitness here, I saw AB Fitness there, I saw that guy here, I saw him here. That consistency over time will also bring you a lot of money.
Yeah, that's very true. That omnipresence is key. There's a key to it with digital, with mailers, with just, a free Facebook group that you guys have or whatever it may be. That omnipresence is a key to making things work properly. Anthony's done a really good job of creating that omnipresence. I'm not as good at it as he is, honestly, but that omnipresence is super important. And if we take consistency one layer further, consistency is going to have a lot to do with how you show up for the tasks that need to be done post marketing process. So we talked about speed to lead, but if your speed is only consistent for those leads that come through at convenient times for you, then that's all we get, right? So if it's only convenient times for you to continue to push forward towards those leads, you have to be consistent at all times with every aspect of the marketing system. Getting those ads out, tweaking them, getting your internal plays out, getting more referrals, and all these other things that involve like the total picture of marketing. And then continue to stay consistent with dialing and continue to stay consistent with setting the meetings and all the other things that come with sales after the marketing. So consistency is key. Keep doing the work, guys.
That's it, guys. Those are the 3 keys to having successful marketing. So keep that in mind. Having patience, having speed, and having consistency. Those 3 things, if you just keep that in the back of your mind, you're making an investment every day by marketing, an investment every day in the minds of all the people around you. And it's your job to motivate those people enough to actually get in touch with you and opt in for your program. So that's the 3 keys there. So guys, if you're listening to this and you like this kind of stuff, make sure you give us a like, let us know about it. And if you want to join our Facebook group, you can click those links below. But until next time, Anthony and Jimmy, Fitness Profit Multiplier, we are out.